First Kings 8. Then Shalomah assembleth the elders of Yasharel, and all the heads of the tribes, the chief of the fathers of the children of Yasharel, unto King Shalomah in Jerusalem, that they might bring up the ark of the covenant of YAHUAH out of the city of David, which is Zion. And all the men of Yasharel assembled themselves unto King Shalomah at the feast in the month of Ethanim, which is the 7th month. And all the elders of Yasharel came, and the priest took up the ark. And they brought up the ark of YAHUAH, and the tabernacle of the assembly, and all the holy vessels that were in the tabernacle, even those did the priest and the Leviim bring up. And King Shalomah and all the assembly of Yasharel that were assembled unto him were with him before the ark, sacrificing sheep and oxen, that could not be told nor numbered for multitude. And the priest brought in the ark of the covenant of YAHUAH unto his place, into the oracle of the house, to the most holy place, even under the wings of the cherubim. For the cherubim spread forth their two wings over the place of the ark, and the cherubim covered the ark and the staves thereof above. And they drew out the staves, that the ends of the staves were seen out in the holy place before the oracle, and they were not seen without, and there they are unto this day. There was nothing in the ark save the two sapphire stones, which Moshe put there at Horeb, when YAHUAH cut a covenant with the children of Yasharel, when they came out of the land of Mitzrayim. And it came to pass, when the priests were come out of the holy place, that the cloud filleth the house of YAHUAH, so that the priests could not stand to minister because of the cloud, for the glory of YAHUAH had filled the house of YAHUAH. Then spoke Shalomah. YAHUAH said that he would dwell in the thick darkness. I have surely built you a house to dwell in, a settled place for you to abide in forever. And the king turneth his face about, and blesseth all the assembly of Yasharel, and all the assembly of Yasharel stood. And he said, Blessed be YAHUAH Elohai of Yasharel, which spoke with his mouth unto David my father, and has with his hand fulfilled it, saying, Since the day that I brought forth my people, Yasharel, out of Mitzrayim, I chose no city out of all the tribes of Yasharel to build a house, that my name might be therein. But I chose David to be over my people, Yasharel. And it was in the heart of David my father to build a house for the name of YAHUAH Elohai of Yasharel. And YAHUAH said unto David my father, Whereas it was in your heart to build a house unto my name, you did well that it was in your heart. Nevertheless, you shall not build a house, but your son that shall come forth out of your loins, he shall build the house unto my name. And YAHUAH has performed at his word that he spoke, and I am risen up in the room of David my father, and sit on the throne of Yasharel, as YAHUAH promised, and have built a house for the name of YAHUAH Elohai of Yasharel. And I have set there a place for the ark, wherein is the covenant of YAHUAH, which he cut with our fathers when he brought them out of the land of Mitzrayim. And Shalomah stood before the altar of YAHUAH in the presence of all the assembly of Yasharel, and spread forth his hands toward heaven. And he said, YAHUAH Elohai of Yasharel, there is no Elohim like you, in heaven above or in all earth beneath, who guards the covenant and has mercy with your servants that walk before you with all their heart. Who has kept with your servant David my father, if that you promised him. You spoke also with your mouth, and have fulfilled it with your hand, as it is this day. Therefore now, YAHUAH Elohai of Yasharel, keep with your servant David my father, that you promised him, saying, There shall not fail you a man in my sight to sit on the throne of Yasharel, so that your children take heed as to their way, that they walk before me as you have walked before me. And now, O Elohai of Yasharel, let your word, I pray you, be verified, which you spoke unto your servant David, my father. But will Elohim indeed dwell on the earth? Behold, the heavens and the heaven of heavens cannot contain you. How much less this house that I have built? Yet have you respect unto the prayer of your servant, and to his supplication, O YAHUAH Elohai, to hearken unto the cry and to the prayer which your servant prays before you today, that your eyes may be opened toward this house night and day, even toward the place of which you have said, My name shall be there, that you may hearken unto the prayer which your servant shall make toward this place. And hearken to the supplication of your servant and of your people Yasharel, when they shall pray toward this place, and hear you in heaven, your dwelling place. And when you hear, forgive. As if any man trespass against his neighbor, and an oath be laid upon him to cause him to swear, and the oath come before your altar in this house, then hear you in heaven, and do and judge as your servants, condemning the wicked to bring his way upon his head, and justifying the righteousness to give him according to his righteousness. When your people Yasharel be smitten down before the enemy, because they have sinned against you, and shall turn again to you, and confesseth your name, and pray and make supplication unto you in this house, then hear you in heaven, and forgive the sin of your people Yasharel, and bring them again unto the land which you gave unto their fathers. When heaven is shut up, and there is no rain, because they have sinned against you, if they pray toward this place, and confesseth your name, and turn from their sin when you afflict them, then hear you in heaven, and forgive the sin of your servants and of your people Yasharel, that you teach them the good way wherein they should walk, and give rain upon your land, which you have given to your people for an inheritance. If there be in the land famine, if there be pestilence, blasting, mildew, locust, or if there be caterpillar, if their enemy besiege them in the land of their cities, whatsoever plague, whatsoever sickness there be, what prayer and supplication soever be made by any man or by all of your people Yasharel, which shall know every man the plague of his own heart, and spread forth his hands towards this house, then hear you in heaven your dwelling place, and forgive and do and give to every man according to his ways, that whose heart you know, for you, even you only, knoweth the hearts of all the children of men, that they may fear you all the days that they live in the land which you gave unto our fathers. Moreover, concerning a stranger that is not of your people Yasharel, but comes out of a far country, for your name's sake, for they shall hear as of your great name, and as your strong hand, and as your stretched out arm, when he shall come and pray towards this house. Hear you in heaven your dwelling place, and do according to all that the stranger calls to you for, that all the people of the earth may know at your name to fear you, as to do your people Yasharel, and that they may know that this house which I have built is called by your name. If your people go out to battle against their enemy, whithersoever you shall send them, and shall pray unto El YAHUAH toward the city which you have chosen, and toward the house that I have built for your name, then hear you in heaven at their prayer and at their supplication, and maintain their cause. If they sin against you, for there is no man that sins not, and you be angry with them, and deliver them to the enemy, so that they carry them away captives unto the land of their enemy, far or near. Yet, if they shall bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captives, and repent, and make supplication unto you in the land where they carried them captives, saying, We have sinned, and have done perversely. We have committed wickedness. And so return unto you with all their heart and with all their soul in the land of their enemies, which led them away captive, and pray unto you toward their land, which you gave unto their fathers, the city which you have chosen, and the house which I have built for your name. Then heareth their prayer, and their supplication in heaven your dwelling place, and maintain their cause. And forgive your people that have sinned against you, and all their transgressions wherein they have transgressed against you, and give them compassion before them who carried them captive, that they may have compassion on them. For they be your people and your inheritance, which you brought forth out of Mitzrayim from the midst of the furnace of iron, that your eyes may be open unto the supplication of your servant and unto the supplication of your people Yasharel, to hearken unto them in all that they call for unto you. For you did separate them from among all the people of the earth to be your inheritance, as you spoke by the hand of Moshe your servant, when you broughteth our fathers out of Mitzrayim, O Adonai YAHUAH. And it was so, that when Shalamah had made an end of praying all this prayer and supplication unto YAHUAH, that he arose from before the altar of YAHUAH, from kneeling on his knees with his hands spread up to heaven. And he stood, and blesseth all the assembly of Yasharel with a loud voice, saying, Blessed be YAHUAH, that has given rest unto his people Yasharel, according to all that he promised. There has not failed one word of all his good promise, which he promised by the hand of Moshe his servant. YAHUAH Eloheinu be with us, as he was with our fathers. Let him not leave us, nor forsake us, that he may incline our hearts unto him, to walk in all his ways, and to guard his commandments, and his statutes, and his judgments, which he commandeth our fathers. And let these my words, wherewith I have made supplications before YAHUAH, be nigh unto YAHUAH Eloheinu, day and night, that he maintain the cause of his servant and the cause of his people Yasharel at all times, as the matter shall require, that all the people of the earth may know that YAHUAH is Elohim, and that there is none else. Let your heart, therefore, be perfect with YAHUAH Eloheinu, to walk in his statutes and to guard his commandments, as at this day. And the king and all Yasharel with him offered sacrifice before YAHUAH. And Shalamah offereth a sacrifice of peace offerings, which he offered unto YAHUAH, 22,000 oxen, and 120,000 sheep. So the king and all the children of Yasharel dedicated the house of YAHUAH. The same day did the king halloweth the middle of the court that was before the house of YAHUAH, for there he offereth burnt offerings, and meat offerings, and the fat of the peace offerings, because the brazen offer that was before YAHUAH was too little to receiveth the burnt offerings, and the meat offerings, and the fat of the peace offerings. And at that time Shalamah held a feast, and all Yasharel with him, a great assembly, from the entering in of Kamath unto the river of Mitzrayim, before YAHUAH Eloheinu 7 days, and 7 days, even 14 days. On the 8th day he senteth the people away, and they blessed the king, and went unto their tents, joyful and glad of heart, for all the goodness that YAHUAH had done for David his servant, and for Yasharel his people.